Hi guys, the next commander in our What Can I Do for My Ally series is Abathur. And before I start telling what Abathur can do, I wanna say what you should not do to your Abathur ally, because I absolutely hate when somebody interrupts my luring sequence, because what you wanna do with Abathur to get faster brutalist, to get brutalist as fast as possible, is to place toxic nest near where their enemies are, and then use a spore or spine crawler to lure them into toxic nest, to kill them with toxic nest to get biomass. And Abathur gets 50% more biomass for the units killed by toxic nest or killed after they are damaged, like if the units is too big for to be killed by toxic, it is just damage, for example immortal. Then if it's killed and when it's still under stun, when it's not stunned but slowed by toxic nest, then it will also yield more biomass. And so I hate when my ally is like, for example, like Karax, and then uses orbital strikes, or Artanis with the Archons, or Johannes Horner when deploys mag mines, or the Haka allies. All the Haka is very good actually to pair with Abathur. The Haka can actually lure the enemies into the toxic nest, but most the Haka allies don't know that, and then they just jump on the units and eat them, and that's not good. If you're the Haka, just eat air units because air units can be killed by toxic nests, and you lure other units into the toxic nest. So that's it. That's what you should do, and don't interrupt, because Abathur always wants to. Of course, many Abathur players don't know that. If I see that ally doesn't know that, doesn't do the luring, then I just do my thing. But if if you see that your ally actually wants to lure enemies into toxicness, then if you can help them, if you can help him, help him. If not, don't interrupt. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so Abathur has Abathur has creep as any Zerg. Can use toxicness to spread creep faster, but you don't want to use toxicness for that. You use toxicness for what I said, and also spawn camping is always good. And kill like if you have a classic infantry, or like maybe high Templar composition, can the toxicness will probably have, if you place them correctly, if you know when enemies spawn, where enemies spawn will be having most kills for you actually in the game. So yeah, you don't wanna use toxicness or spread creep. You use the only actually good thing when you to not to spread creep, but for vision, for providing vision. Some players also like the toxicness to provide vision, but to provide vision is good only when you have boom bots, because the toxicness is undetectable. Of course, if you spread if you use creep tumors can be detected. Those are detectors, so they will slam into them, destroy them, but toxicness are undetectable, so the boom bots will just walk over them, and toxicness will always remain where you place them. Anyway, you may even then deactivate these toxic nests, so if some other enemies walk over them, so they don't explode, so they are permanently there to provide vision for boom bots. That's good, but otherwise don't use toxic nest for that. Okay, so Abathur also has pretty big healing potential, has mend that can globally mend everything, all or your your allies units and structures, no matter the race. And of course it cannot mend shields, it cannot recharge shields for Protoss, but the whole damage can be repaired. And the same is for queens. They, with the upgrade, they can also heal all the units, mech units too. So that's a pretty good thing. And you also have Vipers can be useful. Vipers can be useful, especially saving allies units. For example, big units that if you see that if some allied units nearby is in peril, you can always abduct it, because Abathur can abduct everything that's not heroic. Your own units, allies units, and enemy units, so you can save allied units by doing that. And of course, the thing that also helps is blind those disabling clouds. So if you have better micro, if you can split, so you can even get some Vipers to follow allies' armies if you are operating your army separately, to blinding to disabling cloud for him. But I mean, if your armies are together, then of course you're gonna use it. And Nidus network is normal Nidus network like in Versus, nothing special. So I only build the Nidus network if I go on the limitless, to actually have more queen mobility over the map, to collect as biomass and become brutalisks. But also, I mean, I can also use the Nidus network, although it's not the Kerrigan's Omega. It is Kerrigan's. It is Omega when you're paired with Kerrigan, of course. If Kerrigan is above level 7, I think, with no, level 8. Sorry, level 8. When she gets when her Nidus becomes Omega, and if your ally is Malevolent Matriarch, then you should be the one to build Omega, because you still have it, although Kerrigan has not, because what Blizzard did is they removed that algorithm. They didn't remove the algorithm of Kerrigan that makes Nidus Omega after level 8, because they simply removed that algorithm that allows Kerrigan to have Nidus, so they didn't have to remove the other one, because it was not necessary. But they didn't think of Abathur, that Abathur still has the access to Nidus, so when paired with Kerrigan, even if she's Malevolent Matriarch, Abathur still has Omega network, and then that's a really good synergy. So then it's your job to build Omega, because Kerrigan can't, and it's really good to go Swarm Host in that occasion, because Swarm Hosts are the unit that benefits the most from the super creep, because the Swarm Hosts produce more Locust, and Locust also Locust also fire faster, and also the Swarm Host will heal, which they usually don't. I mean, they technically have life leech, but they don't have when they are biomass, but they don't have attack of their own, so they cannot life leech. So super creep is good for healing them, and you won't need so many of them, because they're pretty gas intensive in their upgrades. So, but you won't need for so many of them, because they will be enhanced. Even 2 swarm hosts on super creep are a considerable army, so it will be. You can spare some gas for having some Omega network. Then you have both Omega mobility and super creep, and that's awesome synergy. So that's most of things for the Abathur. What can I also say? Okay, that's pretty much it. Not many things, but pretty good things. And yeah, that's that for Abathur. I mean, for defense, of course, with technical things, if you're Abathur, you can defend early, always. So, I mean, defend, and even like you don't even wait for the first attack wave. You just lure stuff, and you can have Brutalisk for the first attack wave. So, yeah, it's your job to do that. And of course, if you currently don't need Mend, but you see that allies army is in trouble, then you can use Mend. And okay, so by the way, I didn't mention Abathur can spread creep. If you wanna spread creep, I mean, Abathur don't usually need so much creep spread. But if you want to, I mean, queens have a very good energy regeneration, but they on when they are fully biomassed, of course, as any fully biomassed units. So I increased energy regeneration by 500%, so 6 times better. But they use energy only for healing creep tumors, and it's just cooldown based abilities. So, I mean, if you want, you can do that. So it will also benefit allies that benefit from creep. And yeah, that's it for Abathur. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked it. And next week we'll have Alarak. Stay tuned. See you guys.